I want to talk about my fake wedding rings. Let's get into it. What's up, everybody? It is your girl, Cleisha. Welcome back to Closing Open Wounds with Cleisha. I am yours truly, your cousin, Cleisha. So did you check out episode 2? Did you check out episode 3? Yeah, 3. We got a little deep. It was a little emotional for you, girl. We really went deep. I was not expecting to be so emotional in that video, but it's my story. Here we are. First of all, how are you? How has your week been? How is everything? Hope all is well. You good? Well, you're here, so you must be ready for some more tea, right? Well, child, I got it. I'm telling y'all, if I couldn't laugh at this stuff, y'all, I would be depressed in a insane asylum. Seriously. The stuff that I went through is bananas. So I got some tea for y'all today. Welcome to episode 4. Oh my God, episode 4 of Couch Confessions. Oh my God, episode 4. How are we on episode 4 already? But here we are. I was at work today and I said, I need to talk to my cousin. You got your snacks, you got your tea, you got me. So let's talk. First, I always gotta give shout out to the new subscribers. Y'all is really helping me grow this baby. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much. Again, like, share, and subscribe if I'm your tribe. Okay. But if you here and you didn't watch episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, this is episode 4, and you here, you best to be subscribed. Come on now. Help your cousin out. Help me out. I'm ready to talk. Okay. Let's talk. I want to talk about my fake wedding rings. Let's get into it. Okay. I don't even know where to start again. Let's start with the first one. You guys know, if you've been here, you know I've been married multiple times. And each one of those marriages had different challenges and some the same. For instance, the fake wedding rings. Okay. What happened to me in one of my marriages, who my ex will remain nameless, he told me that he wanted to marry me. We did have somewhat of a past when we were a lot younger. We reconnected, and he wanted to get married. He wanted to do it the official way, he says, and wanted to ask my grandparents and the elders in my family that was closest to me. He said that he wanted to take us all out to dinner to propose. Supposedly, he had this expensive wedding ring. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was about 10 grand. So he said. And needless to say, that never happened. So the dinner date comes, he's nowhere to be found. If I remember correctly, he got stuck in Philly. His car broke down. Don't y'all laugh. I can laugh, but you can't laugh, okay? Car done broke down somewhere. And his sister was driving the car, and the wedding ring was in the glove box. I was very young, y'all. Please. I was very young. Very, very naive. Needless to say, the dinner was canceled. It never happened. He comes to me, he sends, tells me this dream of everything that happened, the altercation or whatever. And me, being me, gullible me, and believing the best of everyone, I believed him. He never actually proposed to me. I have been married these times I've been married, and I haven't yet been properly proposed to. Crazy. Because being a Christian woman, you meet somebody, you're dating with purpose. Okay, I'm dating to be married. I'm dating to be married. You see, if you got chemistry, whatever. If your goals align, try to see if you're as equally yoked as possible. And you join into marriage. So I haven't had that experience of a surprise proposal. Let me make sure my mic is on. Yes, we're still good. So I haven't had that surprise proposal where I had nothing, no clue, no inkling of what's going on. And for many, many years, when I saw that on social media or whatever, I was so bitter because I never had that experience. This is couch confessions, like I'm being 100 with y'all. So back to the story. We get together. He tells me this sob story. I mean, this man is broke. He has nothing. He has nothing, y'all. I never saw the car. I never saw the ring. Um, Come to find out, he was basically homeless, kind of. And I'm trying to still protect people. He had a career, but he had nothing to show for it. I'll just say that. He basically moves in with me, and at that time, I was struggling financially as well. And I never got a ring. So what I did was I actually ordered my wedding ring off of Amazon. They were like $50. Crazy, right? Because I never was big on materialistic things. I never really had much, growing up. So I'm not materialistic. I I believe in genuine connections, authenticity, conversations, and authentic people. If there's something that I want, I can get it myself, right? So I never was big on it. So it didn't matter to me. I'm being honest. Don't y'all judge. Some of y'all got some fake rings on right now. You just don't know it. And then we'll leave that part there. But there is more. That relationship, that marriage, we wind up getting married. And like I stated in the previous episodes 2 and 3, the marriage ended how it ended. If you don't know, you got to go back and watch it. It ended, it was a lot of red flags, a lot of reasons why I should have left, and I just didn't. Okay? But there's more. I meet my next ex-husband, and my cousin introduces us. Immediately when I saw his picture, I'm like, oh no, this ain't gonna work. Cause he was one of them pretty types, He was just too big for his britches. Like I already knew he was gonna be a handful. But he was very nice. He was established. He looked good on paper. He had his own stuff. No kids. He was in his 40s, had his own house, was at his job for like 16, 17 years, believed in the Lord. Not as astute as I am, but believed in the Lord. So I was like, okay. He pursued me. And I mean, he pursued me. He drove to see me. We met up. We spent time together. And as we're talking and everything, I'm just like, well, look, if we're dating this 2 years and you don't know by then if you want to marry me, because I'm like, that's well enough time, right? If you don't know by then it's over. So he really took that literally. I mean, maybe I was serious, but he did. And I even told him, like, look, I don't like gold. I'm a silver chick. I know I got on gold now, but I like gold, yellow gold, silver. I like white gold, not yellow gold, right? For my wedding rings, right? Told him everything because now I'm older. I'm like close to my 40s at that time. And I already know what I want. Already been through hell. Like, if you want to do it, this is what I like. And I told him everything. And one day he comes to my home and we're spending time together. And he was telling me how he had this dream, and in this dream, he was trying to protect me from some type of shooters, whatever. He was like having this whole thing about this dream. I'm like, okay, what? And he said, but in the dream, you was my wife. And he pops his ring out of nowhere, not in no box, not nothing. We're laying in the bed, and he pulls out this yellow gold ring. My spirit was vexed, but I said, you know what? I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. He wears a lot of gold. He likes gold. But then in my mind, it's like, you clearly don't freaking listen. You don't listen. You got a woman telling you, I've told you many times that I've never been properly proposed to, that I don't like yellow gold. And you just already doing whatever the hell you want to do. Child, red flags. It was a red flag. There was many others, but that was definitely one, because you just don't listen. That means you're not being attentive to what I need. If I'm giving you what you need, I need what I need. You don't listen. So, but I'm excited. I put it on and it fits perfectly. And I'm just looking at it. I'm like, it's not bad. It's not my style. I'm like a square girl. Like, I like square diamonds. Like, I like boxy stuff. But it was like this little circle-ish, I don't know what you want to call it. A little dot with a little gold band. Well, I'm engaged. He seems good on paper. We're going to get married. So he begins to tell me, how's my hair look? I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know hair be in the way. So, I'm still a property manager. I've been a property manager for years. So he's just like, be careful with your ring. And, I know you be washing dishes and cleaning and washing your hands at work and all that typing and stuff. Be careful with the ring. So I'm like, okay, all right. So I'm like, he must have really spent some money on this ring. Couple weeks go by, y'all. And when I first got it, I would literally take it off. I was obedient. Like, I would take it off because I washed my hands a lot. And I was a germaphobe before COVID even hit. Like, I don't play that, right? So I'm always washing my hands. I'm always cleaning something. So I took it off, whenever I remembered. And it was pretty good. I'm over here typing. I don't know why, but I looked down, y'all. Why the mother freaking ring was turning? It was scratching. It was turning. I said, this nigga done got me a fake ring. Y'all, I was so vexed. Like, bro, you could have got me a sterling silver ring. You could have got me something else. You could have spent a couple $100. I'm not even one of them that you got to do all of that. And I get, and I see him, and I'm like, so where you get this freaking ring? Cowtown? Like, and this ain't even what I asked you for in the first place. Like, I was so upset, y'all. I think I threw it. And we had gotten to some type of altercation. But I was pissed off. I said, you know what? I'll buy my own ring. Here I go. So once again, now this time it was actually a real yellow gold. I keep saying yellow gold, white gold ring. Cost me a couple $100. Swipe. And that is the rings that we got married with. It is amazing what we put up with in these relationships. It is ridiculous. Sometimes when I look back and I think about everything that I've been through, y'all, and I talked to the Lord and I said, God, how many times do I got to hit the floor, you know? And, God speaks to me and he said, you know what? Sometimes we have to experience pain in order for us to get back on track. So, like I always tell y'all, there's no losses, just lessons and blessings. That's it. It was just a lesson. Throughout that marriage, even though he looked good on paper, he never really was held accountable to anyone. Not ever being married, no children. Even though he's a great guy, but again, my needs were not getting met. He had 2 jobs. At one point in time, he was only home one night a week. That's it. And when certain things would happen in the marriage, because he was close to his mom, and I know he respects his mom, and I respect her too. I actually felt like her and I was a lot alike. I don't know if we were both, because we were both Libras or whatever. And, she's a really nice lady, you know, but he was kind of like a mama's boy. There were times when we would get in altercations or whatever, and he would leave for days, going to his mama's house. By then we were married. First of all, I should have known with them fake behind rings not to marry him. And second, this is the one I told y'all in the last episode where, he just wanted to get married and dressed up because he didn't go to his prom. This is that one. He shall remain nameless. Good guy though. Good guy. But unable to emotionally connect. And when we would go through things, he would go to his mama's house and I would be so upset because I'm like, I'm a mom, right? I got 2 sons. I would be doggone if I'm going to let my grown son lay on my couch in my basement in the spare bedroom when you got a wife and kids at home. Go home and figure it out. Not enable him. Both of y'all can come over and we can talk about it, but you have a family, you're married, you need to go home. One time she wanted to tell him, oh, because he had a bag of clothes because we was really going through it. Oh, you want me to hang up your clothes and maybe you should unpack? And I'm like, yo, lady, you're not helping. You're enabling him. What could I do? What could I do to try to save that marriage where everybody else seems to come first but me? You was traveling here and there, taking co-workers home. You should be home with your wife. How are you dropping off your co-worker to his wife because he don't got no car? Going to tell me, well, God will want me to help him. No, God will want you to be with your wife first. Your wife comes first. Your husband comes first. Nobody else comes before them but God, not even them nappy-headed kids. No, wrong. So I remember going out for his birthday. I treated the family. I said, everybody, we're going to meet at this restaurant. And I'm trying to share with my mother-in-law what's going on. Maybe she could help me. And she's just like, well, he just saw how much I went through growing up. Hold on. I got sons too. And they some mama's boys too. And they don't play about their mama either. But like I told her, what does the Bible say? If you ain't ready to leave and cleave, stay where the hell you at, please. I don't get it. I never asked for much. I asked for understanding. I was paying a lot of the bills by myself because he had other obligations. And this went on for years. Years. Like I always say, they got their story. I got mine. What was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to do? Oh, and there's more, but you know, what was I supposed to do? There was one time we were having a bad argument. This was the last final argument that we had got into. And he stayed out. I think he got some things and went to his mama house or wherever. And I got this eerie feeling. Y'all know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got this feeling. And at that time, we were on the same phone plan. Y'all, why I checked them phone records? And why them phone records told me that he was talking to a Becky with the good hair for hours while he was at work. And come to find out, the girl worked with him. So y'all talking on the phone and you in this department and she in the other. Lord, why you do that? Why you do that? What was I supposed to do? I even went to his job, drove to his job. It's in another state at that time to save my marriage. And I got witnesses. Some of y'all who know who I'm talking about, if you know me. And I got some witnesses that will vouch for what I'm saying. I wanted to save my marriage and work on it so bad. I went and thought I was surprising him at work. Pulled up to where he pull up, where he normally park at. I'm spilling all my tea, whatever. And he saw my truck. He saw me in the truck and started driving the other way, y'all. Had me following him in the parking lot. I would try to pull up to the side of him and he would block it so I couldn't. A dismissive avoidant. And we're going to talk about that in another episode. What was I to do? By the time he figured out, and by the time, because I'm only going to try so much. Like, you know what? I love myself too much. Now, I'm going to try with you. I'm going to try with anybody. But at some point, if loving you is hurting me, then I got to choose me. Because mind y'all, I still got kids who need me. I still got to get them go to work because ain't nobody paying these bills. I don't have anybody that I can call if I'm short. Nobody. People calling me. I had to block my Cash App. It's bad. What was I supposed to do? By the time he figured out and got himself together, I was already checked out. I was done. And even then, we went to counseling. Even then, I said, all right, marriage is hard. We have some hiccups, whatever. Let's go out to eat and let's talk. Now, during this date, at this time where we're meeting up for dinner to talk, he picked me up. We go out to eat. We're talking. And we had already had a vacation planned up. We had already had it lined up in the fall. It was around our birthday. And I'm asking him, well, look, maybe we should still take the vacation together. Because, I'm trying to bring the spark back. I'm trying to save my marriage. Y'all know what this Negro told me? We were supposed to eat and go to a movie. I tell him about the vacation. Matter of fact, he brings up the vacation. He looking at the menu, got all the little fruity drinks on the bag. Oh, this is the kind of drinks they gonna have at y'all cruise, because normally a lot of us go on a cruise, like a lot of us, my kids, cousins, family, we'll all couple cabins and we'll go. And I said, y'all cruise. I said, don't you want to go? I think it would be good for oh no, because my job and yeah, some type of audit or something. I'm like, you know what? I said, this, he's not going to change. Like everybody comes before me. When I tell you I got pissed, he knew I was pissed. Check, please. Garcon. Y'all, take me home. And I said, he drives me to the house. And I said, you call me when you're ready to put me first. I slammed that door and I've never seen him again. I filed for the divorce. He never signed. He never, nothing. I was sending the paperwork, doing it. Had to do it the long way because he was acting like he couldn't be found. I know where you work. I know where your mama live. I dropped the paperwork off and some very personal items. I was still being nice, y'all. He still left some personal items of his father, his deceased father, and just different things, birth certificates, just different things of his. I could have threw that and burnt it in a dumpster. No. What does the woman of God in me do? I pack everything up nicely with the last legal summons and drop it off at his mother's house. I haven't seen him since. Um, I don't hate him. I mean, I had to email him because he had some mail come here, whatever like that. So we're cordial. But what was I? What is a person to do? Marriage is to be enjoyed, not always endured. I don't want to endure my marriage. I want to enjoy. Life is hard. When we walk out these doors and we go out here in life, life is hard. It's already beating us up. Society is beating us up. Our bosses is beating us up. You want to come home to love and respect. I want to know that you got my back. And I remember asking him when we got in the altercation, I'm like, would your mama put up with this? No. No, she wouldn't. And I respect her because she wouldn't. She wasn't playing with nobody. So why you think I'm going to sit up here and let you play with me? Anyway. It is what it is. Of course, there's more, but we will save that for another time. I don't know, y'all. When I think about the stuff that I've been through, and there's so much, there's things that I will never put on record. But your girl been through some things. And it's okay. And I'm just so blessed and I'm amazed that even with everything that I've endured, and once again, when I come on here, I'm not saying that I'm perfect. One of my issues that I do have is that I'm an overthinker and I need reassurance. I've been through hell. Y'all heard my story. My parents couldn't raise me. DIFUS was coming to get me and my siblings. My grandparents had to step in. I've been sexually assaulted. Y'all, did you see the last episode? Yeah, I got some trauma. I need some tender loving care. I'm at a point where I just can't be a giver anymore. I need reciprocation. And if not, go on with yourself. Go ahead. Don't bother anybody if you're not ready to love them completely. Don't do it. Everybody got something with them. So I'm not saying that I'm perfect. That's not what I'm saying. But I have yet to be in a relationship with a 100% healed man that actually wants me and wants to nurture the gift that's inside of me. And we ain't even talked about spiritually who I am. We ain't even get to that. We ain't even get to that yet. This is just me talking as a woman. Me, who I am spiritually, is more. People see you, they see that you're anointed. Oh my God, I gotta marry her. Oh, that's my wife. Oh, she independent. She this, she that, she that. I don't want to be an independent, strong black woman. No. Where my husband, I can be interdependent. I need my husband. I ain't no bragging rights off of that strong black woman. Cause I make decent money and I'm living comfortably. Glory be to God. Ain't no glory in this. I didn't try everything. I didn't been with guys who had nothing. I didn't got married to a man who had something and still nothing. And I'm not saying it is all their fault. It's me. Like I didn't have to choose them. I didn't have to think that I had to settle. But a marriage ain't going to keep nobody. A baby ain't going to keep nobody. No, it's not. It's just not. But I think that's enough tea for today. Put it in the comments, y'all. What do y'all think? What have you been through? Like everybody's always saying, oh, women, especially us, you know, brown, black women, we all for the gold diggers and all that. Where's the gold? Where is the gold? When I heard a statistic today that most times, not all times, but most times, single black women are making more than single black men. There's more single black women making more money, that we are the most educated, we're making more money than the single black men. It's not for everybody. I know some black men that are single and that are making more than me. And trust me, I could have been married already again by now, y'all. One dude said, pick out the house, pick out whatever. You don't gotta pay for nothing. But that was a trap. And we'll talk about that in another episode. We'll save it. But y'all, I'm gonna go. Let me get up out of here. Y'all stay tuned for the next episode. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You're watching the video. I need you to like the video so I can get into the algorithm. You heard? So much to be said. But until next time.